Hey, what's up guys, my name is legoletegamer and welcome back you guys to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. In today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you the best class setup for the Volk assault rifle. Now the Volk assault rifle is an assault rifle with a very low fire rate but at the same time with a very high stopping power. So in this video guys, I'm going to be showing you the best attachment setup for this gun. I'm going to be showing you guys what I think are the best attachments to make this gun very overpowered. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you do definitely drop a like, that will really help me out. And if you guys are new here to my channel, make sure you do definitely subscribe for some more Call of Duty content, and make sure you do definitely tap the little bell icon next to my subscribe button so it'll always notify you every single time I upload a video. But anyway, let's get straight on into the video. So the Volk assault rifle reminds me a lot of the Man of War assault rifle from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's pretty much the same concept. So this gun has a very low fire rate, but at the same time it has increased bullet damage, so basically a high stopping power. So that's very good. I'm gonna have a very balanced class setup for this gun. I do need to admit it did take me quite a while to figure out what the best attachment combo to use for this gun, but now I have that all straight and I can show you guys this video and make this gun really overpowered with the right attachment. So anyway, let's get into the attachment. So the first attachment is going to be quick draw. Now quick draw is definitely an attachment you do want to be using with this gun, especially because it does have a very slow fire rate. We want to make sure that we can still get the first couple of shots on our enemies, and once we do that, you're really good to go, because most of the time with quick draw you're going to be winning gunfights like 50% more of the time than you would have without quick draw, because quick draw is just such a good attachment in any Call of Duty. It definitely does help you out win gunfights, and that's pretty much the #1 attachment that I always use in my class setup. So quick draw is definitely important. Even though I do have the Volk Vex variant, which basically stacks with quick draw, I still like to have quick draw. Just the ADS as fast as possible is definitely going to help you out in winning gunfights. So the next attachment is going to be suppressor. Now suppressor works out really well with this gun, and if you think about it, Infinite Warfare maps are relatively small. They're not really built very largely like some other Call of Duties. You're not really going to be engaging in longer ranges of sight, so the suppressor attachment is definitely going to help you out. And I know the suppressor attachment does shorten the effective damage range, but like I said, that's not too much of a problem because Infinite Warfare maps, like I said, are relatively smallly built, so you're not really going to be engaging in those longer ranges of sight. So that's why we're going to be using suppressor. And of course, it's always a good thing to stay off the UAV minimap, and the suppressor attachment does definitely help you out. If you're a person who really just gets killed a lot, it's definitely going to help out with suppressor. But if you don't want to use suppressor, that's fine. You could also use particle amp, which is a good attachment as well, but you're always going to have the constant risk of showing up on the UAV minimap. So that's why I would really suggest putting on suppressor with this gun. It's definitely going to help you out. It's going to help you stay alive longer, and that's why I use the silencer. Now for the next attachment, I'm going to be using stock. Now stock is really good with this gun, and it increases your maneuverability while aiming down sights, and it's definitely a #1 attachment that I like to use on assault rifles. It's going to help you out in those medium range to longer range gunfights, because you're going to see that you're a lot more mobile while having stock. It's definitely going to help you out win gunfights, and it does help me out too, just because you have that extra mobility. I do feel like it's a very good attachment to have with an assault rifle. So those are the attachments that's going to make these guns just insanely overpowered. I mean, stock is definitely a very good attachment. Suppressor is awesome. Now I don't actually use grip with this gun because the recoil is not too high with this gun, even though at longer range distances the recoil might kick up a little bit, but that's not a problem. You just have to learn to burst fire at longer ranges. You're going to be quite okay. So that's why I don't use grip really with this gun. And then also certain variants, such as like the common variant, I forgot what it's called, but the common variant already has the foregrip stacked with it, so you can just have that. The current variant that I have right now with this gun is the Volk Vex, which basically stacks with quick draw, and then also it allows you to move faster while crouched down. Not anything special or anything like that, but like I said, any Volk variant is really going to do. But like I said, some Volk variants do have the foregrip already as an enhancement, so you could just use that as well. But like I said, foregrip is definitely an attachment you don't really need with this gun. I do feel like you need stock a lot more with this gun just to increase your maneuverability, and it's still going to help you out with those longer range and mid-range gunfights. But anyway, let's get on to the perks that I'm going to be using. So for perk 1, I'm going to be using dexterity. Now dexterity is really good with this gun because this gun only unfortunately has 28 ammunition, which is relatively low for an assault rifle, and especially because it's an energy based assault rifle, you can't have extended mag as an attachment. If it did have extended mag, I would probably use that, but since it doesn't have that, I'm going to be using dexterity to reload faster, and especially because the reload time on this gun is quite sluggish, I do feel like you need to speed that up with dexterity, and it's definitely going to help you out a lot. The next perk is going to be Ghost. Of course, it would make sense. The perk one, Ghost and Silencer is definitely a very reliable combo in this game. It definitely does help you out, and of course, you don't want to be running Silencer without Ghost, and then vice versa. I would highly recommend that you do run Ghost just to stay off the UAV minimap and be a lot more stealthy. So the next perk is going to be Scavenger. Now, of course, you want to be using Scavenger with every single one of your class setup. It's definitely going to help you out. You're going to get your score streaks a lot faster because you're using your gun the entire time, and of course you do want to be replenishing your ammo, and you don't want to pick up somebody else's gun so you can get on a pretty decent kill streak. If you're a person who can't really get on a decent kill streak, you could use Hardline as a perk, but I highly suggest using Scavenger because I know most of people can get to something like a decent kill streak, so that's why I'm going to be using that. Now for perk 3, I'm running Hardwired. Now Hardwired is definitely one of my favorite perks to use in this game. The one thing that I really like that it counters is the counter UAV. Now if you guys know, if you're a person who just constantly relies on the UAV minimap and just looks at the minimap literally every single time, I mean, Hardwire is definitely the perk to go. Hardwire counters a lot of the things in this game. It counters the EMR Pulsar, which is for the Phantom Combat Rig. It basically allows you to see through walls. It's going to counter that, and it also counters trip mines, I believe, and it also counters the counter UAV, which is probably the most important thing that it counters. You don't want to be seeing your UAV minimap getting jammed. It's really annoying, and I hate it so much because I just constantly just look at my UAV minimap, and I just pretty much rely on it every single time. So that's why I would really suggest running Hardwired. But Hardwired is definitely a very good perk. Now, and a good alternative to this is Dead Silence if you don't want to use Hardwired. Dead Silence is unlocked though at a pretty high level. I believe you get it at level 42, and that's just going to be a really long time. And since I'm prestiging, I don't really have the perk, but if I did have the perk, I would still run Hardwired just because of how good it is. But Dead Silence is also very good if you want to be really stealthy. If you really want to be stealthy and getting behind enemy spawns, it's definitely going to help you out when you're flanking behind the enemies. It's definitely going to help you out when you have Dead Silence, but for this reason, I'm just going to be using Hardwired, and it's just definitely a really good perk. So like I said, the Volk is definitely a very good gun. Even though Infinity Ward nerfed this gun quite a bit, they also buffed it in recent patches, so it's pretty much gotten to its original form when they first released this game. The Volk was probably one of the best weapons, probably the top 3 best weapons, or even top 2, I would say, because the Volk was definitely a very deadly weapon at the time. But after the couple of nerfs, people have been starting not to use this gun, and it's kind of sad because literally the Volk is still insane to this day. I mean, even though those couple of nerfs might be a little bit of a biggie to some people, but I still feel like this gun is very good, and I do like using the Volk a lot. It's definitely a very fun gun. If you're a person who like literally just uses the NV for every single game, you should definitely try out this class setup, guys. You're going to be seeing that the Volk is a lot of fun, and they did nerf it a couple of times and buffed it, but I mean, who cares about that? The gun is still pretty good. I still like using it a lot, and I do feel like it's definitely one of the best guns. With this attachment, you're going to be seeing that you're going to be doing really good with the Volk. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the Volk class setup. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys do, make sure you do definitely drop a like, and if you guys are new here to my channel, make sure you do definitely subscribe for some more Call of Duty content, and I will be catching you guys in the next video. So God bless this nation. Peace out, guys. Peace.